Well, last year we've definitely seen that we've had a 1 in 1,000 employee Toy Fair exclusive Gravedigger in this kind of package. And I still yet definitely hang around with this special Gravedigger. But today we're going to review the second Toy Fair employee exclusive. We've seen that it was Gravedigger, and I'm happy to announce this year that this is, you guessed it, Bakugan Dragonoid. So yes, once again, Spin Master has once again come out with another employee Toy Fair exclusive, and well, we also do say Toy Fair because, just like Gravedigger last year, this was also given out at the New York Toy Fair or any other toy fairs that Spin Master and Monster Jam would visit. So this year they decided to go with the Bakugan Dragonoid truck. And you can see the packaging for this one is a little bit different because now we've got a red Monster Jam symbol and you've got the Bakugan symbol on the other side rather than the Spin Master one. And you probably remember how the Gravedigger one would say celebrating our new partnership because, of course, well, it was the first year, as we all know, that Spin Master and Monster Jam have partnered up like that. And of course, Spin Master is also partnered with Bakugan and also Monster Jam. That's why the box over here says celebrating joint success. So there's a lot of differences in this packaging. And you can also say that this one instead says limited edition 1 of 1,000 rather than 1 of 1,000. And I guess they wanted to say it differently. And on the back, the Monster Jam and Bakugan logo are kind of gray instead. And it says the same thing, just celebrating joint success. Because now we're talking about three, or practically two, brands that Spin Master has partnered with between Bakugan and Monster Jam. Now, I will admit that I am starting to become a fan as well of the Bakugan Dragonoid truck because ever since it made its debut last year, even though I didn't see it in person, I think it's really cool next to Gravedigger, so I think the Dragonoid truck's becoming my second favorite truck, and I will admit, driver Camden Murphy has been really putting pedal to the metal, and I'm glad he was at the World Finals last year with Dragonoid as well as the All-Star Challenge. But if you remember seeing my Fire and Ice review of there being an Ice Bakugan Dragonoid, you could probably see why I thought Dragonoid was a better choice for Team Ice. But for whatever reason, they decided to put him on Team Fire. And anyway, I will admit that while Gravedigger had some really unique details and all like that, this one is, well, not as flashy as Gravedigger is, so I'll be showing you. So let's pop him out of the box like this. This is a little hard to do with one hand because I don't want to rip this thing up because a lot like the Gravedigger I got last year, I want to preserve this box because this is still a limited edition. And so here it is. And as you can see it says the Bakugan symbol along with Dragonoid, limited edition of 1,000. You probably remember how the Gravedigger one has the Dennis Anderson autograph emblem like that. Kind of wish they would have done that for the Camden Murphy one, because he's a great driver. And unbelievable, even though I pulled it out of the box last night, there's already a tiny little rip in it, but there's only one of those, and it's okay, it's no big deal. I mean, I still think this box is very special. And even though there's some printing on the back of this, you probably remember on Gravedigger how there would be the Spin Master and Monster Jam logo like that. For some reason on the back of this one, there's nothing. And even though I've only got one of these, a lot like Gravedigger, I still decided to cut it free with the zip ties, because I know I can still preserve this box. So, let's pull Dragonoid out. Alright, and so here he is, and looks very unique, I gotta say. So, throughout doing this review, I do want to say thank you to Monster Jam OCD, because here's the story. Last week, I got a private message from him asking for my email address only, and I'm not going to wave that out into the public because that's all meant to be private. And then last Saturday, it was a surprise that was being shipped to me. And then yesterday, well, here's what I pulled out of the shipping box. Of course, I'm not going to be allowed to show the shipping box. I already tossed that into the recycling bin because Monster Jam OCD told me over the private messaging that I was not allowed to show that box like I did last year, as it contains very highly sensible shipping info. But I am allowed to show this, though, so I don't mean to be braggy, but I'm sure there's a lot of you lucky people out there who did attend this year's Toy Fair and were able to get this as well. So yeah, we call this both an employee and Toy Fair exclusive. Try to keep that in mind. So I'm glad that this truck can find a different way to come out to public, even though this is also meant to be an employee exclusive. So we all know that Monster Jam OCD was able to get his because since he's partnered with Spin Master, and the same thing with Gravedigger. I think I'm also going to pull the Gravedigger out just to show you how happy I am to have two of these Toy Fair exclusives. So you could see that Gravedigger is a little bit more flashy, where he has these white tires, purple BKTs, and a green beadlock like that. You could also see the green roll cage is a metallic sparkly roll cage. And this is not really black. This is kind of a combination of charcoal and chrome. Even the chassis is all charcoal and chrome. You could even see that the windshield is purple. And pardon that little paint chip, because at one time I tried to display it on top of the box like this, all the way on top of that thing over there, but for some reason it just kept rolling off like this, so it has nothing to do with me. I try to preserve this as much as I can because it's also very limited, of only 1,000. So I thought that this was going to be the only truck that they were going to do as well, but apparently I guess not. I guess they're going to do different trucks on part of the Toy Fair exclusives or employee exclusives every year, and I'm not sure what truck they're going to do next year. Although we got a long way to think of what they're going to do for employee Toy Fair diecasts next year, because we're still a long way from that. And I hope they can produce them with this whole coronavirus pandemic going on. But anyway, let's continue looking here at Dragonoid. So you can see it's the same exact body as we got from the public release last year. And the horn over here still does function up and down. And so does the arm as I'm rolling 360 degrees with my thumb like that. And I like how there's a green windshield because I remember us seeing prototypes of the first Dragonoid in last year's pictures from the Toy Fair, that it had a green windshield, and also how the tire rims were a bit of a chrome red, but they decided to make it a pure red. You could also see it's got a green chassis, and the black roll cage is also a metallic sparkly, so you could see not as flashy. And I like the red tire like that with the black BKT. And Monster Jam OCD did prove a point when he was reviewing his that there should have been green BKTs, but there is a lot of green. You can also see that it has gray beadlocks around the tire, probably as a nub from the arms over here, as well as the teeth and the Monster Jam logo. So kind of glad they took those grays and put it on the beadlocks. Also has a standard black rim. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm so glad that Monster Jam OCD sent this to me. And I'm sure he's going to send it to our other Hangouts crew member. I saw on Instagram last night that my best friend Riley McCord already got his. So congrats to you, Riley, if you're watching this. I'm glad you have yours as well. So other than that, this is a really unique diecast. Yeah, the chassis is also not as flashy as it is. It doesn't have the metallic sparkle like the roll cage does. So I'm really fascinated to see, as of now, we got two employee Toy Fair exclusive trucks like this. They're very, very unique. And you could definitely see, having them together, that Gravedigger is a lot more flashier than the Dragonoid. And I don't know which truck they're probably going to do in this kind of exclusive next year. I hope it'll either be Son of a Digger or probably Max D. It depends, though. Other than that, very, very unique. I'm very, very glad to have these. And since these are very rare, these are not. That's why you haven't seen me race this in sign-up series. And I probably don't tend to race this one since it's rare. But I am also thinking, now that I've got two of these, probably only once, probably during a sign-up series or so, I think I could surprise you by doing an encore of racing these two down the ramp just one time. Just for fun, though. This not going to be in competition, but I would like to see them now race down my ramp, but just for fun and just once, so I don't give these trucks a lot of paint chips and all like that. I mean, they deserve to be around for their preservation and inheritance, or whatever else I have named for it. So there you have it. Now I've got not one, but two Toy Fair employee exclusive diecast trucks. Last year with Gravedigger, and now this year with Bakugan Dragonoid. Can't wait to see what they do next year. So thank you for watching this video. Until next time, this is Cameron at Pinchy08, signing and pinching out. Take care.